to have members of the 1975 and 1976 teams in attendance this evening. Please welcome to the ice the founding members of Mizzou Hockey. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Illinois State Redbirds. On left wing, number 65, Will Brinton. And center, number 9, J.P. Zweigman. On right wing, number 87, Ryan Stokey. On left defense, number 12, Nate Maxwell. On right defense, number 3, Justin Gonzalez. And in goal, number 35, Noah Van Herren. The head coach for the Redbirds is Kevin Tompkins. And now the starting 6 for your Missouri. Number 16, Ethan Ticolo. At center, a junior from St. Louis, number 14, Andrew Dye. On right wing, a freshman from St. Louis, number 23, Chad Cronin. On left defense, a freshman from Oklahoma, Missouri, number 19, Bryce Hulo. On right defense, a sophomore from St. Louis, number 2, Nicholas Smith. And defending your Tigers goal, a sophomore from Oklahoma, Missouri, number 15, Joey Christopher. The assistant coaches for the Tigers, Michael Smith and John Todd. And in his first season as head coach, Locke Thompson. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask at this time you please rise if you are able and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. It's time to war! NIC! MIC.
Good evening and welcome inside Washington Park Ice Arena here in Jefferson City, Missouri, alongside Ray Dickerson, Ivy, and Pap Rocky. A moment before the game, the inaugural 1975-76 Missouri Tigers team here in the building. They were honored on the ice pregame. How cool is that for these current guys to see?
I would say, yeah, you see your legacy, where it all started. You know, it's cool to see these old guys out here. You know, shoot, they got to be getting up there, and I'm glad to see they're all be able to come out. Had them on the ice pregame. Let's say all the new jerseys of old, I guess you could say, is they're in style this year. Going back to the original jerseys, they're rocking them tonight for the 75-76 team.
Yeah, and the captain, Andrew Knapp, giving them each a handshake as they head off the ice. Knapp centers the opening line for the Tigers alongside Ethan DeGroat and Jack Krogan. Bryce Uglow and Nicholas Zitzman, the deep pairing with Joey Christoffel in net, looking to continue a hot stretch. Over on the Illinois State side, Noah Van Herrick is starting in net. Nate Maxwell and Justin Gonzalez on defense. Will Grinton, Joseph Teichman, and Ryan Staub, the three forwards to begin the game for the Redbirds. Illinois State, couple of losses so far on their season. Took on the University of Illinois 1-0 and 5-2. They fell short in that series. And now we are just about set to go from Jefferson City. Teichman and Knapp in for the opening draw. The crowd making noise. We're underway as Knapp wins the draw. And stumped in to the zone. First at the puck, Gonzalez in the corner, battling with Ethan DeGroat. Tigers on the forecheck. Krogan's got it out in front, looking for his man Uglow, but the pass just out of his reach. It deflects all the way back into the Missouri zone. Andrew Knapp regroups. Strong start to the season for the junior. Nearly sandwiched, but he's able to get by a trio of Redbirds, and an outlet pass finds Zitzman. Zitzman over towards the right circle. He pulls up, tried to send it to Krogan. That hit the foot of the referee, and a pass just out of the reach of Grinton. So Uglow clears it away, and here come the Tigers once again. Fast pace to start this game as DeGroat tried to stick handle right out in front of the cage. It was knocked off his stick at the last second. Now Gonzalez, a backhanded pass. It's turned over right at the blue line, but it's poked away by Grinton off the stick of Uglow. Late offsides, the Tigers will touch up, and both teams will change their lines.
Let's say early on here, a lot of back and forth action after a chippy series last weekend with Arkansas. We have no Mason Buddy tonight. A little bit of a change for the Tigers lineup.
There's Watson into the zone. That play onside. Tried to find Vodnansky out in front. Gonzalez will clear it away off the glass. Shin keeps it at the blue line with the glove. Mason Buddy, a big piece for this Missouri team, absent from the lineup tonight. Tigers playing with it in their offensive zone. Back for Chin, a long shot. Save made, rebound clear to the corner. And Eric not quite able to keep control, but it doesn't matter. His guys have got it across center ice. Kowalczyk puts it in. Carson Weber goes chasing, and the Redbirds, a couple of tire bodies, they'll make a change.
That was a good shot there by the Tigers. One thing I noticed early on is rebound control from their goaltending of Noah Van Herrick. Let's say we'll see how that plays factor later in this game.
Illinois State trying to set up. Pass towards the corner, picked off by Weber, and almost a 2-on-1 opportunity. The pass just out of the reach of Houston, and it'll go for an icing. 2 minutes and 10 seconds into this contest. It was an impressive showing from Missouri last week against Arkansas. A couple of big wins. They got really good goaltending, too, for the netminder Joey Christoffel, who's back in there tonight.
Let's say he was outstanding last week. Made some really good saves. Stood on his head. Helped keep that team in the game. They get to come out with the win.
Noah Friesen in for the draw for the Redbirds against Brendan Press for Missouri. Press wins it back. Weber behind the net. Weber's been out there for an extended period of time. Clears the neutral zone and gets off the ice. Now a turnover in the corner. It's Watson tried to slip it out in front. Friesen poked it right towards the neutral zone, and now a burst of speed for Brandenburg. His shot goes off a stick and into the netting. It's a good defensive play there by Owen Walsh. It'll be an offensive zone draw for the Redbirds.
Pretty good back and forth battle here. Some chances on both ways so far. Nothing major, though. That big shot from the blue line was probably the closest chance the Tigers have had. Redbirds haven't had much.
Friesen in press once again, this time to the right of Christoffel. Back behind the net, Friesen tries to center. Tigers looking to get out of their zone. Kept in neatly by Brandenburg. Now a pass out in front. Patsy at Christoffel. Friesen, a rebound turned away. Another shot goes just wide of a yawning cage. First grade A opportunity for either side in this game. Now the Tigers break out the other way. Hemmer puts it in on net. Van Herrick loves it, and Hemmer quickly scurries to the crease and forces Van Herrick to hold on. But wow, a couple of chances there for the Redbirds to get on the board first.
Say what a couple of saves there by Christoffel. Even made the diving attempt not to be had. Went wide of the net, but we love to see the effort from the young man. He'll get a whistle here, cool off, have a draw on the other end.
Face off one back by Illinois State. Tigers keeping the press line out there. As pass right in front of the benches is tipped in deep by Egan. Now Hensley meets with Walsh in behind. It's taken away by Carapella. He's got Hemmer with him. 2-on-2 into the zone, but the Redbirds get back quickly. Tigers going for a change. Illinois State's got numbers in their own defensive zone. Big hit there on the far side boards. Now Egan kicks to his stick at the red line. Closed in on quickly by Zitzman. Goes into the near corner. Dawson there first for the Redbirds. Sends it back where it came from. Bramstead chips it up the boards. Gonzalez able to get it to Granton. He tries to center, but Bramstead kicks it away neatly. His pass, a dangerous one, right out in front. Glove save, Christoffel. A great opportunity for Ryan Staub. A bit of an ill-advised pass there, but Christoffel was ready for it, and he holds on for the whistle with 16:11 to go in the first.
Let's say that one was an accidental setup there. Went off the stick of Nate Austin right out in front of the goalie. What a beautiful chance by Staub.
Face off one by the Tigers. Uglo to Zitzman. Good pass on the tape of Nate Austin. Bramstead at the red line. He'll send it in deep. Van Herrick plays it to his D-man Gonzalez, who shoots it out of play into the netting. So that will result in a whistle. That puck got all the way out into the bleachers. Offensive zone draw coming for the Tigers. No delay of game in the ACHA. Something to note.
How do you feel about that, just as a whole?
Well, it kind of puzzled me when I first learned that rule, but I don't know. What do you think, Ray?
I hate delay of game personally because I don't think anybody does it on purpose, but I understand. I do understand. So and not having it in this league is beautiful in my eyes.
It's a good point that you make. You don't see anybody shooting the puck out to delay the game.
No, it's never a purposeful penalty as it is in the NHL, but this league, I don't think it would be purposeful either.
Redbirds get it off the draw. Stay looking to break out. Pass goes just above the stick of Knapp. The Tigers regrouping in the neutral zone. Teams playing catch here as Knapp's got it right at the center line. Straight to Gonzalez, who throws it back to Chin and the Tigers. Both teams having some trouble keeping the puck on their stick here early on in this shift. Staub pins it against the boards momentarily, then gets it back out. Shin goes racing for it. Britton had to make him hurry. Tigers sends it in the neutral zone, and Ethan DeGroat gets it deep. Van Herrick plays it behind the ISU net. Staub in front of his bench. Sends it to the vacant other side of the ice. Goes off the stick of Krogan. DeGroat taps it in. They'll go for a line change. Missouri getting some fresh bodies on the ice, as are the Redbirds with Gonzalez taking it up for Illinois State. Drops it back for Zorn. That pass missed, and it'll be icing.
You can tell early on these Tigers, their defense has a lot of trust in these forwards. A lot of no-look passes off the boards, going north here. And some risky plays, almost some turnovers in the neutral zone. Could have gone the other way, but getting lucky so far.
It always feels like with this Missouri team, these guys are on the same page, and that can be difficult early on in the season. There's some new players on this team. You still have a core of guys that have been together for the last couple of seasons, but it takes a little while for an entire squad to gel, but maybe gelling a little bit earlier than we would have thought so far for Missouri as they've started the season hot. A couple of big wins against SLU's D3 team before that Arkansas series last weekend. Is into the zone neatly. Keedy, his shot turned away by Christoffel. Now another pass out in front. Keedy trying to poke it home. Christoffel stands tall. Tigers looking to get it to the corner. It's kept in by Illinois State, but a long shot off the leg of Watson, and now he'll go chasing a loose puck. Watson coming in the backhand, centering for Houston. Loose puck goes screaming into the corner. Houston there first. Off of Watson back to Houston to the point. Uglo, long shot goes off of Keedy. Zorn looking to get it out. Uglo played it off of him. A neat pass by Keedy finds Zorn. Keedy goes for the change after a long shift. Uglo with the puck at his skates. Kowalczyk pressuring into the corner. He hits the deck, and it's shot away.
I think that one went off the referee.
Yeah, Zitzman trying to clear it out. Did not result in any harm for the Tigers as it eventually got to the far area of the ice. And look out here. Here's an opportunity for Missouri. Zitzman comes in and shoots. Big save by Van Herrick, and he covers for the whistle.
Like I was talking about for Missouri, some no-look passes. There goes one for Illinois State, and it almost turned into a Missouri goal. Got lucky on the breakaway. Zitzman tried to go to his strong side there. Couldn't come up with anything as the goalie cut down that corner.
Zitzman, the sophomore D-man, he's not afraid to get down low, take the puck to the net, recorded the natural hat trick against SLU back on August 30th. A strong start to his season. He's got the puck right now. He sends it all the way in. The best opportunity of the game so far for Missouri. So here come the Redbirds. Fisk with some room. Right pass saved by Christoffel. Turns it away into the corner. He was pressed with it. From skate to stick for him. With an outlet pass to Hemmer. Across center ice. He finds Carapella. His pass was a little bit behind the intended target. Now here comes Friesen. Drop pass for Fisk. Fisk's shot goes just wide to the right. A good look for Fisk. Now Tigers able to get it out of the defensive zone. Illinois State will have to touch up for offsides as Weber sends it to Prest. Prest looking for Weber once again. Another D-man getting down low. Behind the net, Carapella. Big hit right at the blue line. Egan and Shin got together. The Tigers regain control. Shin cross ice Weber. Long shot by him. Some traffic in front. Misses the net. Shin throws it back. He kept in by Weber at the blue line. Pressure coming. He eludes the check, able to get it in deep. Tigers, though, going for a change.
What a reverse hit there by Weber. Dropped the man coming at him, then dumped the puck.
Physicality ramping up a little bit here on this shift for the first time. Close to offsides. The blue line, it's ruled onside. A late whistle. It actually was offsides. Hensley pleading his case, but the draw will come out of the zone.
Yeah, like you said, first time these teams are getting a little physical here. Kind of early on, they were feeling each other out, just trying to go back and forth, actually playing a little bit of hockey. Now it's turning physical. We'll see if that leads to anything later in the game. Also, like you mentioned earlier, defense are really getting active for this Missouri Tigers team. That could create some good chances here for the forwards, get some activity going up front, and get these defensemen confused for the Redbirds.
It looks like we had a penalty called on that play. Carson Weber is in the box. And so the first power play of the game goes to the Redbirds. This penalty kill is brought to you by Harpo's. Brandenburg takes the draw for the Redbirds. Battle for it into the corner, and it's sent out of the zone. It was Uglo. Was able to send the Redbirds back deep into their own zone. Zorn in behind his netbinder will wait for Illinois State to get regrouped.
I'd imagine that penalty came after the whistle there as the man went down in the corner for Illinois.
And now a turnover. Here's Prest. He's got an opportunity. Short-handed. He's poked away off of his stick. It's a nice defensive play there by John Keedy. 1:25 to go on the power play. More time has been spent on the right side of the ice here on this Missouri penalty kill. Good work so far by the Tigers, but the Redbirds looking to get set up now as Keedy's got it. He goes into the corner. Sitzman rides him off the puck. Teichman battling for it. Zitzman's got it, and he floats it out of the Missouri zone all the way down the ice, halfway through the man advantage for the Redbirds.
So, yeah, so far the Redbirds just haven't had any momentum here, trying to get the puck deep, but Mizzou clears it instantly, or Mizzou, just like that, as they turn it over in their own end.
Here's Bramstead shorthanded. Rendek had a little bit of an issue with the puck. Hopped off of his stick, and this has been a sloppy power play for Illinois State.
Another missed pass there.
Swung around to Christoffel, and miscommunication there. He thought he had a defender behind him, but did not. Kowalczyk back to Rendek. Kowalczyk at the right circle. Puts it out in front. Dawson had it knocked away. Rendek towards the point. Maxwell's shot. He scores! Nate Maxwell opens the scoring with 16 seconds to go on the power play, and the Redbirds lead it 1-0.
That's their leading scorer. Has a goal and assist on the year for the Redbirds. Looked like it might have went off a leg there. Definitely hit off the pad of Christoffel, but neither way goes in.
So it's a rough power play up until that point. We'll see who they give credit to. It looked like it might have gone off a leg, whether that be on the Illinois State side or the Missouri side. Lots of traffic. That's something Missouri has been very good at this season so far, is their special teams play. But right there, the Redbirds get the best of them. The goal does get credited to Maxwell.
A huge open ice hit there by Zitzman. 89's limping off in red. 86, excuse me.
It's Hensley who has helped over the boards. Uglo keeps it in, sends it over towards the corner. Tigers looking for a quick answer. Long shot goes wide. Uglo on the far side. Some traffic in front. That one deflects wide. Kept in though by Zitzman. Zitzman's shot. Tigers having a little bit of trouble hitting the net. They've kept good possession here. Another floater on net is gloved by Van Herrick. And he'll get a whistle with exactly 9 minutes to go in the first period.
Yes, Zitzman's just lined up Hensley. Right as he went to go dump in the puck. Kind of hit him in the hip. Might have been a hip issue, maybe a leg issue. Something within the knee, possibly. Let's not start any rumors here, and that's not cues, but definitely keep an eye on him.
Redbirds win the faceoff. Uchenik behind the net, pressured by Watson. It goes out to Staub and able to get it out of the zone. Houston bothered by Granton, and that play is offsides. Close one there. The linesman on the far side made the call.
Watson was just a tad bit late there to tag him.
Ray, how have you liked the response so far from Missouri after the goal?
Well, they're coming out very hot. They're trying to attack here, throw anything on net. One thing Illinois has done really well is getting bodies in front of pucks. See if they can get some shots through, along with some passes and some nice lanes.
Uchenik to Keedy. Rendek. Pass misses Kowalczyk. And that'll go for an icing just short of the red line when he attempted that pass. So another Redbirds icing brings it to the right side of the ice in an offensive zone draw for Missouri. It seemed like early in this game, these teams were trying to feel each other out. Both sides have been taking some chances, though, in the recent minutes. Tigers have it off the draw. They lose it, though. Kowalczyk tries to get it out. Shovels it to the far side. Uchenik eluding Houston. Sends it over to Zorn. Zorn for Kowalczyk. Now Zorn once more. His shot turned away by Christoffel. Got just a piece of him. Another long one in on net. Deflects over to Keedy. Keedy on the backhand for Rendek. Blocker save. Christoffel. And the Tigers take the puck away. More good work by Christoffel. Missouri going for a change. They do not have numbers as Watson and Bodnansky enter the zone. Now Keedy at the end of a long shift will flip it deep the other way. And Shin chases for Missouri as the Redbirds change up. Watson As stolen by Gonzalez momentarily. Now Carapella's got it at the left circle. He's knocked off the puck. Sends it back to Chin at the point. Across ice for Weber. Weber a long wrist shot. Hit a leg right out in front. Believe that was Maxwell, the goal scorer. Watson for Prest. Prest spins around Friesen. Gets it back to the point. Weber looking for a lane. Backhanded pass right out in front. A shot by Watson turned away. Good look on the backhand for Watson. Still in the offensive zone for the Tigers. They'll keep it in. Chin at the blue line. Down for Carapella. Long shift for Missouri. Centered for Press. They missed the stick there. Weber pitching in. Sends it off the leg of Press. A little bit too much heat on that pass. The Redbirds finally get it out. Chin kicks to the stick, floats it in, and pad save made. It's one of those where kind of looking for that weird hop. Chin did not get it there, and this is way off sides. Back on the other end of the rink, Fisk looked like he was in alone cherry picking a little bit, though.
But so yeah, on that dump in there by Chin, they went for a line change, and a man got caught behind him there. Almost got away with one. Kind of. There is no review, or else I would have said I would have let that go if I was the ref. That was pretty close there.
Faceoff comes all the way back to the offensive zone for the Tigers. It's one away, though, by Illinois State. Montalvo tries to get it out. Still working, and Fisk sends it to the neutral zone. Egan had it hop off of his stick. Uglo uses the far boards. Redbirds want icing. It's waved off. Bramstead with it. Illinois State able to get it up to the blue line. Tigers keep it in there. Montalvo at the corner with Nate Austin right behind him. They send it into Dawson. Dawson gets around a man. He's chasing into the corner. Centering pass was sent away by the Tigers. LeBeau takes a hit from Zitzman. Danny Rudman with a little bit of room. He turns over the puck. It just jumps away from LeBeau. Dawson right at center ice. Sends it back for Zitzman. Creighton trying to get around Nate Austin as a couple of guys go down into the ice, and Zitzman and Fisk. Austin a backhanded pass for Bramstead. Now Teichman takes it away from him, working towards the slot, gets it in deep. Battle for it on the near boards, won by Illinois State. Comes out right in front of the net, but nobody home as Creighton and Bramstead go to the far side. Tigers trying to get it out of their zone. They will here. Missouri able to get a change. Ray, it seems like the puck maybe not moving on the ice. Kind of getting stuck for some of these guys. We've seen a lot of issues with stick handling here in this first period.
Let's say, yeah, a little bit of a sloppy play as that one's dished out. Hits their backup goalie there. But yeah, a lot of sloppy play early on. Almost like there's a buildup of snow on the ice on some of these passes. Kind of slow, delayed passes. Even some shots that have been kind of slower than typical.
They had some ice problems here last week before the Arkansas series. Actually had to melt the ice and refreeze it. Keaty takes the puck away. Look out here. He's got an opportunity, taking it all the way to that backhand. The shot goes wide. Big hop off the boards, back out in front. Deflects to the neutral zone, and now back around the boards. Christoffel takes it, hands it off for Peterson. Peterson looking for Krogan. Krogan across the center line. It's around a man, takes it all the way to the corner himself. Finally ridden off the puck by a pair of Illinois State players. Peterson playing a little soccer at the blue line to kick it in. Top line out for Missouri to Grote, Krogan, and Knapp. DeGroat's got the puck, sends it into Knapp on the left side. Knapp looking for his options, plays it out in front. Peterson's shot hit a body. Still a loose puck in the slot, and it hops over the stick of Knapp into the neutral zone. Long shift here for Missouri's first line. Under 4 minutes to go in the first period. Maxwell with the goal for the Redbirds. Illinois State has the lead. Knapp tried to split the defense, but unable to do so. And here comes Illinois State. Redbirds a long shift. They went for the change. Centering pass for Friesen was knocked away by Chin. uses the boards to get it out. Now Friesen on the far side. Gonzalez has got it. He took a hit from Watson, and a penalty is called. Houston touches up, and it looks like they're going to get Watson here for the hit on Gonzalez. And some more extracurricular activities after the play. It appears the Tigers, though, will be shorthanded once again.
That's an unfortunate call. We'll see what the call is here. It looked like a knee-on-knee type of situation. You can't do that. That's either side of the aisle. That's just, you're going to call it a trip? Not necessarily what I would have went with, but understandable. We're going to talk it over here. And yeah, early on here from Mizzou, I really like what they're doing defensively. When they've had these rushes, which has been pretty often for Illinois State so far, they're taking the man with the puck and trying to make that man pass to the other guy who can be easily taken away by the other defender. Mizzou's done a really good job of that early on and keeping the man to the outside.
So this will be a Harpo's penalty kill. Tigers killed off about a minute 30, minute 40 of that first one. Looked really good. But then with 16 seconds to go, Maxwell had the goal.
He's back out there, of course.
Yeah, he's looming right there at the blue line, calling out for the puck. It's out towards his direction, but Nate Austin sends it off the boards and back in deep. 20 seconds into the power play, Maxwell takes it behind the net, and the Redbirds break out. Maxwell, the leading goal scorer for this team early in the season. Tigers get it out once again. Carson Weber sends it the length of the ice. 1:23 to go on the Illinois State power play. And now a turnover here. Press didn't have the numbers, but he's able to get it back. Missouri keeps possession. Now Dawson on the far side, and a hand pass is called. Blows play dead with 1:09 to go on the power play. And Ray, here on the second power play for Illinois State, kind of reminiscent of that first one where it took them a little while to get set up. Tigers have had a strong start, and they'll get an offensive zone draw here.
So yeah, the Redbirds must think this puck's made of cement or something, man. This puck's not sliding as usually as it should. It once again slowed up there, and it was an easy turnover right in their zone for a Tiger opportunity. Now an offensive draw.
Redbirds win it off the faceoff. Teichmann's got it in behind Van Herrick. Hands it off for Zorn. Exactly a minute to go on the power play. Just over 2 minutes to go here in this first period. Teichmann had it poked away, and Carapella takes it for the Tigers. Gets it up for Press, and he'll send it in deep. Able to kill off some more time. On the man advantage, Van Herrick had it hop off of the leg of Prest, and here come the Redbirds. Teichmann try to centering pass. Zorn bouncing buck, and it's turned away by the left pad of Christoffel. Zorn just unable to settle that puck down. Christoffel had to get involved and turn it away. Now 25 seconds to go on the Illinois State power play. Maybe one more opportunity. Staub's got it at the blue line. Still with the puck for Teichmann. Teichmann the right circle. Try a centering pass in the slot. Good coverage though by the Tigers, and it's backhanded out of the zone by Zitzman. 7 seconds to go on the power play. Watson getting set to head out of the box. Teichmann trying to get around Uglo. That pass intercepted. Both of these teams back at full strength. And here's a bouncing puck. Ethan DeGroat's got it right in front of the net. DeGroat tried to go 5-hole, and he scores! Right as the teams get back to even strength, Ethan DeGroat finds a loose puck. Just him and the net binary goes between the legs to tie this game.
What a flip pass from the defense there. Just trying to clear the puck out right as the power play ended. DeGroat takes off with that blazing speed and just has a bobbling puck. Really nothing he could do with it but go 5-hole. Couldn't handle it that quick, but he just found a hole.
It seemed like there was some communication as soon as Watson left the box. Guys are shouting, hey, clear it, clear it, clear it. Trying to let everybody know that Missouri could potentially have numbers the other way, and that's exactly what happened. So Ethan DeGroat with the goal. Under a minute to go now in the first period. Redbirds with some physicality on this next shift after the tally. DeGroat back out on the ice. Missouri looks to close out the opening frame with their top line. Here's LeBeau. 2-on-3 into the zone. Deacon's shot goes wide. Arm in the air from the referee as DeGroat touches the puck. And it looks like we have another penalty here. 25.2 showing on the clock here at Washington Park Ice Arena. That is Owen Walsh, who is entering the box.
Looked like they called him for a hole. Yeah, these Tigers, they just need to be careful about what they're doing. Just think a little bit more instead of making the initial play of trying to keep guy back. We've seen a trip, we've seen a hold now. Try to be a little more disciplined.
Michael Rindek takes the draw and wins the draw back to Maxwell. Maxwell for Kowalczyk. 20 seconds to go. Redbirds will try to get something right before the buzzer. But it's taken away, pressed out to the neutral zone. Maxwell chases with 12 to go. Redbirds will have to hurry. The one goal came on the power play in this period. The guy with the puck, Maxwell, tried to find Staub with 4 seconds. Staub in the corner. Sends it out in front of the net. Friesen had some issues with it right at the buzzer. Rindek had one more opportunity, but sent it straight into the pads of Christoffel. And the buzzer sounds, signaling the end of period number 1. All tied up at 1 here in Jefferson City. Nate Maxwell and Ethan DeGroat, the goal scorers in this game. Ray, what did you see from both teams in this period that impressed you? It seemed like a tight game.
Well, yeah, especially early on. Those first 9 to 10 minutes was just a lot of you feeling each other out. Neither team really went too heavy into the forecheck. It wasn't a very physical game early on, but once that one first hit was thrown, then it was on for both teams. Now it's getting a little chippier. It's in. Another big play that part of this game is the special team so far. We've seen that Illinois State has one goal off the power play. Then right as one of their power plays ended, Mizzou capitalized. So see how that factors into the second period.
Speaking of the second period, we will be back 15 minutes or so with the action. Don't go anywhere. Missouri 1, Illinois State 1. The Tigers looking to stay undefeated here on the 50th anniversary night at Washington Park Ice Arena. Ray Dickerson and Ian Paprocki with you. We'll be back soon. Don't go anywhere here on the Mizzou Hockey YouTube channel. Welcome back to Washington Park Ice Arena here in Jefferson City alongside Ray Dickerson. I'm Ian Paprocki getting set for period 2. Here's Missouri Tigers and Illinois State Redbirds open up a 2-game set. 1-1 is the score. These teams familiar with one another. Played 3 times last year. They split a series in Bloomington with Illinois State as the home squad and then met again in the MACHA tournament in February. Mizzou took one 4-3, so a close game there. And seems like both of these teams have really kept the energy from that season series last year.
I'd say, like you said, they had the false face-off there. Like you said, they played in the playoffs last year. There has to be some type of rivalry there. There has to be a little hatred, a little bad blood. Mizzou came out on top, 4-3 in that one. So we start up the second period.
Minute 35 of power play time for the Redbirds to begin this frame. Walsh, the man in the box, stolen away and flipped in deep by Houston. Rindeck for Maxwell. Maxwell, a power play goal. Illinois State scored first. Ethan DeGroat evened the game late in that first period, inside 2 minutes for the Tigers. Zitzman takes it with 1:03 to go on the power play. Kept in by Rindeck. Crinton now behind the net. Tried to center it away, and it's cleared by the Tigers.
These penalty killers have done a swell job here so far, as they've taken now 3 penalties on their 4th. They've only let up that one, and it was towards the end, like we said. It was very into the power play. It was just shot from the point. Nothing you can really do about it.
Yeah, 3rd penalty taken by Tigers. The Redbirds have not been sent to the box yet, so Missouri is yet to have a power play in this game. 30 seconds to go on the man advantage, and it's cleared all the way down. And another really solid night so far for Joey Christoffel in net. How impressed have you been with him, Ray?
And he's been all over the place. Diving around, made some really outstanding saves, moving that post to post, left to right. So his lateral movement has been really good tonight.
Gonzalez has the puck under 10 to go on the power play. Illinois State finally gets set up. And Herrick on the other side banging his stick on the ice to alert his team that it's about to be full strength. And it is now as Walsh leaves the box. Brandenburg sends it in behind the net. Weber a backhand to the near boards. Krogan fresh over the boards for Missouri. His stick was tied up by Brandenburg. He takes a hit from press. And now he gets it out to Krogan with some room. Krogan looking to get behind the defense. Teichman gets him off the puck. Good defensive play. Teichman able to get all the way back and keep Krogan from a scoring opportunity. Teichman now with it 2 minutes into this period, ridden off the puck, and here's Andrew Knapp. Knapp a long pass looking for Krogan, and he went in a little bit too early. Tigers tried to check up. Knapp gets around one man, finally gets into the zone for Krogan. DeGroat lurking on the far side of the ice. Here's a slapper by Weber straight into the chest of Van Herrick, who holds on with no rebound.
It's a good shot there by Weber. Hard, straight from the point, but right at the chest, unfortunately. Let's talk about a little bit about the captain, Knapp. Plays very strong on his skates. Very confident player out there. As you've seen that play earlier. Just held the puck with 2 men near him and still got it off.
Mentioned Mizzou won that MACHA tournament game by a score of 4-3 last year. Andrew Knapp had the eventual game-winning goal in that game against Illinois State. Guy playing now in his junior season. He's been a regular presence ever since he came in as a freshman for this Mizzou squad. We've seen top line minutes in his first year. Teams battle for it in the neutral zone, just out of the reach of DeGroat. Loose puck pitchforked ahead by Peterson. And now DeGroat gets around one man, trying to get around another. And now it's shot off the side of the net there by Houston. And Montalvo takes it away for the Redbirds. Outlet pass looking for Brandenburg. He was able to reach out with the stick and get it in deep. Illinois State goes for the line change. Long pass looking for Houston. That missed him, though. And this will be icing.
DeGroat had a really good chance there driving to the net. A little dipsy doodle around the defender there. Got straight to the net and couldn't hammer it home, unfortunately.
Little dipsy doodle. Couldn't have said it better myself. That's a nasty duo on that top line with Ethan DeGroat and Andrew Knapp. A pair of juniors that seem to find new ways every night to get around the defense. I thought that the freshman Jack Krogan has looked really good this year alongside those two guys. Hensley will take this face-off. Good to see him on the ice. He got a little shaken up there in that first period. Now loose puck out in front. Slap shot, Bochenek goes wide. Kept in by Zorn. His shot hit some traffic in front. Angled from Egan to the corner. Back for Zorn. Cross ice, Bochenek. Zitzman trying to take away the lane. Bochenek got around him. Zorn a long shot that flies wide. Tigers first to the loose puck. Wadnansky able to get it out of the zone. Peterson finds Uglo. Looks for Wadnansky. Tips it in towards the corner. He's first to the puck, chased closely by Zorn. He sent it up the boards for Watson. Eakin makes contact with him. Loose puck sent back to Zitzman. Zitzman for Peterson. He walks and wires, and it's sent wide. Plenty of room for the D-man, Will Peterson. Another opportunity. Wadnansky had knocked away from his stick right at the last second.
I don't know if Peterson was waiting for some chaos in front of the net there. I could have got that shot off a little earlier. I don't mind walking it in there, but I think he could have took that shot and got the goalie moving.
Sent out into the neutral zone. Now here is Preston on the near side, looking cross ice for Zitzman. Zitzman tried a centering pass, but Bochenek knocked it away. Zitzman once again getting in deep. The D-man not afraid to leave his post at the blue line when the team has possession. Here's Presto, loose puck. Send it towards the Missouri bench, but nobody home there, and here come the Redbirds. Stop trying to get around Chin. Does just that into the corner. Pulls up with number 3 and right behind him. Now loose puck right out in front, rolled off the stick, and another opportunity is sent just wide. That was Staub out in front. He's got it again, and a pass just out of the reach of Teichman. Maxwell, a shot, hit a man in front that was pressed.
Staub and Teichman with two beautiful opportunities there. Both missed the net.
Illinois State has kept it in the zone for the moment. Missouri takes possession. It's hoisted out. And now a whistle blows play dead. A couple of players hit the ice there right in front of the Illinois State bench, but man, there have been a couple of really good opportunities that the Redbirds have been unable to capitalize on. It looked like there was no way that puck was going to stay out of the net right there.
Looked like Staub had it and it just completely rolled off his stick. Tried to go backhand. Couldn't get it on net, unfortunately, for the Redbirds. Fortunately for the Tigers. And then he had another chance there, was Teichman, and he just whiffed it, went right through the crease. One that you hate to see if you're an Illinois State fan.
The Redbirds have struggled a little bit offensively out of the gate this season. Had the 2 goals in 2 games against Illinois to open the campaign, but no shortage of good opportunities. They're set for a draw at center ice. Maybe an equipment issue, though, for the Redbird netminder Van Herrick.
Yeah, it looks like it's some with a pad, maybe a glove issue. It's one thing you guys can't see. The whole bench for Illinois State is on their feet right now. And nearly everybody but Hemmer on Mizzou is sitting down. It's kind of a odd thing to notice. Maybe a little ambition, a little bit of intensity from this Illinois State squad, wanting to get things going.
I like that you point that out. Gonzalez plays it ahead looking for Kowalczyk. Rindeck takes it instead. It's down a bouncing puck at the blue line, but it's pinned to the boards, and the Tigers take possession. Clearance attempt was off the leg of Nate Austin, but he's got it on his tape now and gives it up for Danny Rudman. Rudman trying to drive it for Bramstead. Centering pass for Austin out of his reach. Pinching in to keep it in the zone is Carson Weber. We'll keep it in neatly once again. First to it in the corner, Maxwell. He takes a hit from Rudman. This Rudman, Austin, Bramstead line trying to get something going. They've been rather quiet tonight. A turnover as Austin sends it to the near side. Kowalczyk first there for Illinois State. Bouncing puck. It's kept in by Peterson. Rudman to the corner. Had his eyes set on Nate Austin, but lots of Redbirds in the lane. Maxwell Up to Keedy. Weber takes a hit, but he makes a play. Keeps it in the zone. Redbirds having some trouble exiting here.
Say once again, Weber strong on his skates there at the blue line. Sent the puck deep. Now it's going to come back the other way.
Here's an opportunity. Gonzalez in. Save made, and it just off the stick of Keedy. He had a yawning cage. Christoffel had made the first save. But once again, Missouri just narrowly avoids danger.
This ain't even on Christoffel at this point. This is just Illinois State missing. They're looking at the ceiling after the past couple shot misses.
And some defensive zone breakdowns. Nearly saw too many men on the ice for the Redbirds there as they made that change. Here's Ethan DeGroat, top line out. Knapp at the left circle. His shot is stopped by Van Herrick. Gave up a rebound. But shoveled it towards the corner. Tigers trying to take it back. LeBeau sends it right towards the bench. A couple of guys get tied up. Loose puck goes to DeGroat. DeGroat spins around. Fisk right on him. Sends it out and hops right over the stick of Krogan. She took a bad hop at the last second. And so that spoils that opportunity for the Tigers.
So DeGroat was showcasing the skating there in the corner. Unfortunately, that one just hopped up on Krogan.
Uglo sends it back into the zone. Fisk knocks it down. Tigers pressuring him, but Friesen takes the puck, sends it up for Brandenburg. Here's some numbers. Stokash had it pop away from him. Knapp lost his stick at the blue line. Redbirds send it deep. Their offense will go for a line change. Long shift for Andrew Knapp. He floats it into the zone, and now that line will change it up as it was on net, so Van Herrick covers it momentarily and sends it off. And now Dawson had it deflect off of him, so no icing here as it goes deep into the Missouri zone. Weber being troubled by Egan, but here come the Tigers. It's Vodnansky and Houston. Houston back for Vodnansky, and it's tipped right on goal. And the save is made by Van Herrick. Looked like that might have gone off the defender Hensley there.
But so yeah, the Illinois State almost got caught 4 men up there, forechecking a little too hard. Mizzou had a beautiful opportunity. One of the better ones for them in the period. So with an MIZ COU chant starting here from the crowd. Trying to get their boys in it.
Crowd trying to rally their Tigers. Face-off won by Missouri. Weber sends it in deep, looking for the stick of Vodnansky. Ochenik's got it, though. Vodnansky does his best to keep possession of the puck, but the Redbirds get it out towards center ice. Weber and Dawson with it, and here comes Houston the other way. He's got Vodnansky in front of the net. Houston for Vodnansky, and it deflects out of play. That is a heck of a defensive play by Andreas Zorn, who was able to get just a stick on it.
Let's say another time, another opportunity for Mizzou, but these Redbirds are just getting in front of shots, laying the body on the line.
Vodnansky and Hensley on the draw. Tigers get it. Watson spins around, sends it back to the point. Shot goes off the leg of Egan, but deflects right to Vodnansky. Ojenik pitchforks it forward. Austin up towards Egan. Christoffel behind the net, nearing the halfway point of this second period. Tigers break out. Vodnansky was looking for Watson, but Dawson takes it away for the Redbirds. Houston chases him back behind the cage, forces a pass out towards Zorn. Watson was there to meet him. Hensley flips it back towards the neutral zone. All the way on the other end, Christoffel lost his stick as they battle for it in the neutral zone. Christoffel had to skate all the way to the corner. I'm not quite sure how that happened, but he was leaving the cage open for an extended period of time. Is a good move by Carapella, and his stick is lifted at the last second, but that'll be a penalty.
What a beautiful play by Carapella, as that'll go down as a hook. Got around the defender. Just a little whip around his body. Carapella upset as he goes off here.
Well, there are bad penalties, and then sometimes there are good penalties. That might have been maybe not the worst penalty to take there, is otherwise Carapella might have had a chance right in on net.
I don't think you're too upset if you're the Redbirds here, as Carapella went off chopping the ice after he knew he had a beautiful chance there, but got stolen away from him.
First power play of the night for Missouri. It's brought to you by Gumby's. Krogan wins the draw to DeGroat. Tigers get set up. It's Uglo at the point. DeGroat for Hemmer. Back to the top for Uglo. Kowalczyk pressuring him, as is Rindek. Screams into the corner, and now back out for Uglo again. Uglo to the far side for Zitzman. Now DeGroat looking for a lane on the far side. Finds Zitzman. And a long shot in, goes wide. But DeGroat first to it. Good possession for the Tigers on this first power play. And right as I say that, Kowalczyk takes the puck and is able to muscle it out of the zone.
Just to be a little miscue there by Uglo and DeGroat, not on the same page.
1:10 to go on the man advantage. Hemmer gets it in deep. He made contact with Maxwell, and those two exchange blows. And now it looks like penalties will come out of this.
Hemmer going for cross-checking, yeah. After he hit him, he gave him an extra shove there. It was immediate cross-check. The linesman had to raise his arm on that one.
Well, just brought up good penalties and bad penalties. There's a bad penalty.
Yeah, you don't want to take a penalty on your power play, especially it was a zone entry. That just seemed to more be a frustration, like, why are you in my way? Kind of give you an extra nudge just because you were in my way kind of penalty instead of stopping an opportunity.
There was nothing malicious about the hit.
No, hits are going to happen. It's hockey. Welcome to it. You know what I mean? It's part of the game.
So we'll have 1 minute and 3 seconds of 4-on-4, and then it'll be 57 seconds worth of power play time for Illinois State. But the ice opens up a little bit here.
4-on-4 is very interesting. Like you said, the ice opens up. There's going to be some extra long passes like that.
Krogan was knocked down, and here's Montalvo for the Redbirds looking for Teichman. It's out of his reach. This puck will roll all the way to Christoffel, and he covers up. 35 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. 8:25 to go in the second period.
In these last 35 seconds, as I was saying, you might see some extra long stretch passes here, trying to get a man trailing away from the rest of the defense. As the lines are going to change here for the defenders.
Vodnansky and Watson over the boards for Missouri. Krogan and Knapp go back to the bench. Tigers possession off the draw. Peterson kicks to his stick. Sends it cross ice, but it's intercepted neatly. Peterson back behind the net. He lost it, though. Now on the far side boards, a couple of players from either side battle for it, and it's taken away by Vodnansky. His stick went flying away. Missouri bench screaming about that. No penalty called. Is this the centering pass? And Christoffel may have got just a stick on that. Bochenik is out of the box, so now it's a Redbird power play. Montalvo goes down to one knee to keep it in. Illinois State trying to get set up. Already a power play goal for them tonight. Fourth opportunity on the man advantage, though this one abbreviated. Left pad save made by Christoffel, and Watson will clear it out. It's knocked down and kept in the neutral zone.
Surprised they didn't call that knocked down by a high stick there.
30 seconds to go in the power play. Creighton first to it for the Redbirds. In front of the bench, here's Maxwell. His shot in. It's knocked down right in front. There's Kowalczyk for Creighton. Tried to send it in front of the net, but Missouri closed the lane, and now they pin Creighton to the boards. The Tigers take the puck. And Missouri gets it out now. Potential odd man rush. It's Vodnansky. He slows and had it knocked off his stick, but able to take off the rest of the power play time. Both teams at full strength, though, but here come the Redbirds. And a big hit is made, and a yardage cage now, and Christoffel gets on it. What a sequence, and now the fisticuffs ensue. There's a massive hit on Rindek right in front of the net. The puck found another player, though, and Christoffel had lost his footing.
That Chin came storming in there off of the bench. Went for the big hit and laid their man out. Looks like somebody will be going to the box, possibly from each side here.
I have to imagine there will be several penalties. Maxwell is in the box. Rudman tosses his helmet angrily into the box and steps over the boards.
I think Rudman was wanting a little bit of a scrap there. I don't think he's going for, well, he's going to go for taking the helmet off, but I think he was wanting to drop the mitts.
Well, it looks as we got 2 Redbirds in the box, 1 Tiger.
For Joey Christophel, you can't help but smile right now. Your boy's sticking up for you like that after you make a beautiful save, keeping this game tied at 1.
Well, he is really, contributed to this team greatly early in the season. Saw what he did last week against Arkansas. He's been sharp again here tonight. And you've got a goalie that is playing as well as he is. You're always going to have your team stand up for your goalie, but they stand up for you a little bit more. A guy like Christophel, who's really bailed you out here early in the season.
I'd say, yeah, he's been outstanding, especially tonight. The one shot that went in was we don't know if it bounced off a leg or it was just a seeing eye puck and it went in. You know, he's made every save he's had to. He has left the net open a couple times, but some whiffs have came in clutch for the Tigers here.
No
looks like
official signal.
Taking timeout.
It looks like Missouri may be getting a power play out of this. No announcement yet. Referee over to explain things to Locke Thompson and the Mizzou bench.
Looks like you might be playing a little bit of 4-on-4 in 2 minutes. Never mind, he's just got word it is a power play.
2 Redbirds in the box, 1 Tiger. It has been announced as a power play. Tigers have 4 guys on the ice right now. And there comes the 5th. Watson over the boards. So Missouri back to the Gumbies power play. Last one did not last the full 2 minutes. Aaron Hemmer took a penalty. But before that, it looked strong with plenty of possession. Snap at the point, gives it off to Weber. Knapp again. He finds Watson. Watson, Knapp, one-time shot. Pat save is made. Goes into the corner. Knapp will keep it in. Weber tried to center it, but Montalvo took it away. Rather than clear, he'll skate it out of the zone. He's got plenty of room to do so. Long shot straight into the glove of Christophel. He holds on, 1:27 to go in the Missouri power play.
Yeah, Knapp just let him walk in there. Don't make a dumb play on a 2-on-1 while your man's trying to get back. Let him just shoot it on net. Keep working on this power play and try to get in the other end.
So Kowalczyk and Watson go for the draw. It's one away by Missouri, but right back to Christophel, so he'll cover up. 2 seconds come off the clock, and I'll do it all over again from the circle to the left of Christophel. One back once again by the Tigers. Knapp will take his time, make sure that his team gets set up properly. After Vodnansky. Vodnansky gets around a couple. He goes straight towards the net, and it goes off a leg. Loose puck covered by Van Herrick for a whistle. How about Vodnansky? I don't think the Redbirds expected that burst of speed.
No, he took off like a rocket there. Rocket strapped to his skates and just went straight towards the net. Good opportunity there, just couldn't get it behind the goalie.
Missouri makes some changes. Ethan DeGroat in for the faceoff. It's one back by the Redbirds. Left down, though, right at the line by Zitzman. Uglo to DeGroat. Uglo. Plays catch with Zitzman. 52 to go on the power play.
1-3-1 power play set up with DeGroat on the wing, trying to feed him.
Here's Zitzman getting down low again. Centering pass, and once again covered up by Van Herrick. Tigers got set up nicely there in that last sequence. Still 41 seconds to go, and that same line will stay on the ice.
You got Uglo power play in this, or quarterback in this power play. Like to see him get one to DeGroat if he could, maybe for a one-timer. If not him, you have Zitzman on that left side.
Bryce Uglow has looked sharp on the power play tonight. Face-off won by DeGroat. The aforementioned Uglow has the puck at the far side. Able to find Zitzman. Cross-ice pass. They were looking for DeGroat there, but Egan gets a piece and deflects it out into the netting with 31 seconds to go now on the power play.
You like that opportunity. Try to get something working there. With only 30 seconds here, maybe just trying to feed something towards the net instead of getting a setup.
Krogan in for this draw. Back to Uglow at the blue line. Zitzman for DeGroat. Cross ice once again to Zitzman. Uglow a one-time shot. Patch save by Van Herrick. Loose puck out in front. It's still loose as Zitzman comes pitching in. DeGroat takes a shot, and that might have rung off the post. Chaos right in front of the net. 9 seconds to go on the power play. Krogan's got it now. Krogan back for Uglow. Zitzman a one-timer, and that goes wide to the left. Both teams back at full strength. What a chance for Missouri late in the power play. A couple of guys hit the ice in front of the benches.
Let's say, yeah, strong play there by Zitzman on that clear. Got to keep it in. Mizzou still has control of the puck.
His elbow was looking for a hit there. Uglow's got it now. Staub in the corner with him. And a whistle blows play dead, and it looks like we've got a slashing penalty against Illinois State. So Missouri appears to be headed right back to the power play.
Well, that power play was just cooking. Now it looks like we're probably going to get that second power play unit, the Knapp power play unit, as he'll quarterback here. How do you feel about that, of Knapp quarterbacking the power play?
I like it. I mean, it's Andrew Knapp is a guy that communicates well with everybody on the ice. He looks like he has a connection with everybody wearing the same color jersey as him. He's a leader on this team. He's been a leader on this team. I certainly like it. I think Uglow has looked really good quarterbacking that other unit, but it was a long shift for him, so he's got to take a little bit of a breather here.
Here, I'll tell you why I'm not the coach. If I was head coach of the Locke Thompson, if I was head coach of the Tigers, I'd have Knapp right out in front of that net, just use his size. But he does have that extreme shot. I understand why they have him up high.
That's a fair take. Tigers with it. Weber out to Knapp. Watson controls it on the far side for Knapp. Back to Watson. It's in low for Vodnansky. He centers it. Weber on the backhand for Knapp. He's got some room. His shot goes wide. Watson will try to keep it in. Able to do so. Backhands it towards Vodnansky. Zorn behind the net for Illinois State. Sends it back to Knapp. 1:20 to go on the power play. That hops away from Weber. And Knapp takes a swing at it like a baseball player. Keeps it in the zone. How about that?
Got Aaron Judge back here now.
He can do it all. Able to just keep it in there. Here's Weber. And it poked away by Rindek, and that time it goes into the bench. That was one of the more impressive things that I've seen watching games here in this arena. I mean, Illinois State tried to clear that puck, and Knapp quite literally took a baseball swing and knocked it into the zone.
I would say, yeah, kept it in as well. That was the hard part there of not only getting stick on the puck there, but keeping it in and getting it deep. Impressive play.
59 seconds to go in the power play. It's won by Missouri. Uglow and Zitzman are back on the ice. Uglow's got it now for DeGroat. It's a power play unit that finished off the last one very strongly. DeGroat towards the middle. His shot soaked up by Van Herrick. No rebound given by the Redbird netbinder with 44 seconds to go.
Man, DeGroat just has a zippy type of shot. It comes off the puck or off the stick different compared to a lot of these guys at this level.
Ethan DeGroat is the goal scorer tonight for Missouri. Came towards the end of the first period. 17 plus scoreless minutes in the second between these two teams as Krogan plays it for Uglow. He'll walk. He's got some room, and that is off of a body in front. Play made by John Keedy as he hit the deck and blocks the shot. Under a half minute to go on the man advantage. DeGroat brings it in. Zitzman Pinches it towards the corner. DeGroat now behind the net will play it towards some space, and Uglo at the blue line. Here's Krogan.
10 left in this power play.
DeGroat tried to get it back in deep. It's kept in at the point by Uglo. Zitzman, right across ice pass, had it hop off his stick, tries to settle the puck, now finds DeGroat. DeGroat out in front, bouncing puck. Krogan's there. Krogan, a centering pass off the leg. It's loose in front of the net, and it's cleared out of the zone by the Redbirds. LeBeau got it all the way down, but the penalty had expired. So that'll be icing on the Redbirds. Not a bad play, though. It was a bit of a fire drill there for a second in the defensive zone for Illinois State.
You can't be too upset if you're Illinois State there, but it is unfortunate. Those guys are tired. Their legs are heavy right now. They were wishing they could have got a line change instead of icing that puck.
See if Missouri can take advantage of that. Vodnansky wins the faceoff back. Here's Chin. Gets it all the way down low. Houston and Vodnansky, a couple of guys that have looked good together tonight. Houston trying to centering pass. Weber keeps it in at the blue line. Back down low for Vodnansky. Quick pass in the direction of Houston off target. Keaty takes it and flips it into the neutral zone, and Illinois State will scramble for a change, but Missouri looking to catch him on it. Here's Houston right out in front. Is denied. Van Herrick with a glove save and a beauty to keep this game tied.
That was a beautiful save as he dropped into the butterfly, but still kept the glove tall. Let's say Houston with a good attempt there, just tried to chip it up over the glove when he dropped down, but couldn't get it past that glove, that mitt.
You saw the desperation there from the Tigers. This is swung off the crossbar by Houston.
So Houston and Vodnansky have been all over the place tonight, especially on that penalty kill. They've looked really well together. Now here at 5-on-5, it's translating once again.
Blake Houston with a couple of close calls on this shift. Takes another shot. This one is off the leg of Skokaj. The Redbirds take it away. Illinois State working into the zone. It's dropped off. Rintek trying to keep it in. Here come the Tigers again. It's Vodnansky and Houston. Vodnansky to Houston. Back for Vodnansky. And it's broken up. Maybe one too many passes there. The Tigers still have it. Arm of the referee is in the air as the stick went flying away from the scrum. And another penalty is going to be called here. It's interference.
Houston got knocked down and his stick got launched by the defender of the Redbirds.
That is Maxwell headed to the box.
The leading scorer for the Redbirds here, a guy that was huge advantage on their power play, has the only goal for them tonight.
We saw Missouri taking a lot of penalties in the first period of this game. In this frame, though, it's been the Redbirds taking the regular trip to the sin bin. 1:01 to go in the period.
It's been a tale of two games, as like you said. First period was all Illinois State when it came to the power play. Now it's been all Missouri power play. See if they can take advantage of it, as I know these defenders' power play or penalty killers' legs got to be tired.
Grote, Krogan, Hemmer, Zitzman, and Uglo. The 5 out for Missouri, but it's won and cleared by Illinois State with 51 seconds to go in the period. So if Missouri is not able to score, they would open the third period with a minute of power play time. Zitzman gets around Montalvo. Rindak with a big hit. He takes the puck away, but it's turned over back to Uglo. He lost possession, though, and here comes a break. Michael Rindak in alone, and the shot goes high. A shorthanded opportunity for the Redbirds. 20 seconds to go. The Tigers set up again with Krogan in the near corner. Open for Zitzman, down low, Hammer. Centering pass, but DeGroat playing a little bit further back. He's got the puck now. Neat pass for Zitzman, but a little bit too hot to handle. And Zitzman is knocked down with 5 seconds to go. Kept in the zone, flipped back behind the goalie. And time will run out on the Tigers. An eventful period, but no goals. It remains 1-1, tightly contested between these two teams, Ray.
It's a back and forth battle. We'll still have about around a minute left on that power play when we come back to the third period. So they do have an opportunity starting in the third, but couldn't take advantage of all the power plays they got in that second period. It's uncharacteristic of Mizzou Hockey.
They've had their opportunities. Noah Van Herrick has stood tall. He had an outstanding period in net for Illinois State. Tigers will open the third period with 59 seconds of power play time. But these two teams still deadlocked as we enter the intermission. Don't go anywhere. 1-1 here in the series opener between Missouri and Illinois State here on the Mizzou Hockey YouTube channel. Welcome back to Washington Park Ice Arena in Jefferson City alongside Ray Dickerson. I'm Ian Pabrocki as we get set for the third period in a tight game, 1-1 between Missouri and Illinois State. Ray, what does Missouri have to do to be successful here in this third period?
Well, Mr. Brightside is playing. I think they need a bright side to this third period. That's what they need. They need a little something to get them over the edge here. They've been putting on good pressure. They've had these power plays from the second period. I wonder how that's going to keep up. Let's see how this third plays out, because power play could become crucial. Neither team has really capitalized on them. Only one, and that was that goal from Nate Maxwell.
Yeah, late power play goal from Maxwell back in period number 1, and then Ethan DeGroat tied the game late in that frame. No goals in the second, plenty of opportunities on both sides. And Missouri will have 59 seconds of power play time. There was a late penalty taken by the Redbirds in that second period. And so a man advantage here for the Tigers. They have not scored on one yet tonight, but it's looked pretty good. They've generated opportunities.
If I had a major note here for the Tigers, what I'd slip them here is just say, get the puck to the net. That's all you got to do. This Illinois State team has put a lot of bodies in front of pucks, but if you just keep feeding them, they're going to get out of the way eventually.
Off the draw, cleared all the way back behind Christoffel. Knapp first there for Missouri. The Knapp power play unit out for the Tigers to start. Vodnansky gets around a man, burst of speed, trying to center it. Looking for press, but sends it back towards the blue line for Knapp. Far side for Watson, had the puck hop away from him. Fresh sheet of ice here for these teams. We've seen some ice issues early on in the season.
Say you had the situation last week on those Friday games. I couldn't be here for that, but maybe if you want to expand upon that.
The shot is in, it's blockered away. Yeah, they had to delay the game a little while to start the third period to let the ice dry after the Zamboni came out. Looks to be okay so far here. Power play time expires. Now look out here, an opportunity for Grinton. 2-on-0 for the Redbirds. Grinton goes in, it's off the post. The Redbirds nearly take the lead, but are unable to do so, as this is ruled offsides. But Ray, that was a golden chance for Illinois State.
Christoffel looked at the ceiling, taps the right post. Might have said a little prayer there, a little thanks after that one rings off the right post of Christoffel. That was a beautiful chance, just a miss there by Knapp. He just kind of took his eye off the puck a little bit. As we have a referee collecting, is that a little bit of, it's a water bottle thrown onto the ice.
We had a water bottle substitution, I believe, down there for Noah Van Herrick. Face-off won by the Tigers. Shin's got it in the defensive zone. Trying to play it up the boards for Hemmer. Carapella had it knocked off his stick. Weber calms it down. Shin sends it back in the direction of Hemmer. It's taken away by the Redbirds. Neither team able to hold on to the puck yet for an extended period of time on this shift.
So yeah, Hemmer was checked hard there by Zorni. Went to get him back.
Granton, who just had that great chance trying a centering pass, but it's broken up by the Tigers. Carapella angles it out of the defensive zone. Granton finds Teichman. His stick took a knock from Hemmer. Long shot by Zorn, turned away by Christoffel, and nearly an opportunity. Nobody home right in front of the net. Redbirds keep possession. Teichman tried to play it back, but it's picked off by Carapella. Now a loose puck as the Tigers go for a couple of changes. Illinois State able to keep it in as Zorn rings it in behind Christoffel. Teichman battles with Weber. Weber's got the puck. He'll play it back in behind for Chin. Here is Rudman, a long saucer pass. A little too hot to handle for Hemmer. It was elevated off the ice. But now Missouri will be able to get a line change. Skokaj had it knocked off of his stick. Redbirds changing up now. A big hit by Rudman on Brandenburg. Right over by where we're located. Now the Redbirds take it. Maxwell for Brandenburg. Pad save made. Big rebound. Christoffel goes lunging to cover up the puck.
What a save there on the rebound by Christoffel. As they're going to get a little physical here after the whistle. 2 men down over there.
Would have to imagine we'll see some penalties come out of this.
Looks to be Weber and Teichman as a you can't do that comes from the from the bench here over in the crowd. A little throwback to a referee call. One of the all-time calls. Kind of that one got me. That one popped me a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ray. The intensity and the heat has been turned up a little bit, and then we played some more. It's been turned up again, gone on a little more. Now in the third period, it's been turned up even more. I mean, it's continued to just go up and up. And you know, these teams, I feel like there's a sense of frustration too, because you know there's been so many opportunities for each team. Lots of goalposts, lots of open nets, and they just haven't been able to break through.
A lot of whiffs on both sides, truly. Goalies have played really well, so there'll be a penalty kill coming up here for the Tigers.
Extra penalty goes to Carson Weber there, the only penalty, I should say. It's cleared away and out of the zone by Zitzman all the way down to Van Herrick. It's a roughing penalty on Weber. The Tigers on the Harpo's penalty kill. Zorn tries to take it in. It's knocked off a stick by Uglo, and here comes Carapella. A shorthanded opportunity for Dominic Carapella. Tries to slide it to Prest, and it's covered up on the play by Van Herrick.
What a play there by Carapella in the defensive zone. Takes away that puck, then starts a rush the other way. Doesn't really get much going on the pass. But then after the puck slides to the goalie and after the whistle, gets involved with a little defenseman about a foot taller than him. That's pretty impressive there by number 12.
A minute 32 to go on the Illinois State power play. Face-off won by Vodnansky. Zitzman shot, save made, bouncing puck right in front, and Vodnansky couldn't calm it down. Maxwell slows it down. Drops it off for Rindek, and here come the Redbirds with a minute 17 to go on the man advantage. He gets it in deep. Zitzman on the near corner, plays it up the boards, and Vodnansky clears it away. Watson and Kowalczyk chasing. Van Herrick played it towards the Redbirds bench. Halfway through the penalty now. Another good-looking penalty kill for the Tigers. Now a loose puck. Zitzman had to regroup, had turned around and looked towards the goaltender and realized the puck was headed his way.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to go back there. Then he made a last-second pinch, kind of got caught up.
He hits Grinton. Watson plays it back behind. The Tigers get a couple of changes. 35 seconds to go. The Redbirds have yet to get set up on this power play. 5-man battle in the corner. Plenty of room on the near side for Zitzman. He'll take his time and send it all the way down the ice. It's been one heck of a penalty kill for the Tigers. Just 11 seconds to go. See if Illinois State can get one last rush here. Goes off the stick of Knapp. Cleared back into the neutral zone. Weber out of the box. Both teams back to full strength. Here's Knapp 1-on-2 into the zone. Trying to get around a man. Wasn't able to do so. And now it looks like a whistle, and do we have another penalty here? Referee motioning cross-check. Tigers had the puck. Looks like
goes to the box.
Missouri is right back to the penalty kill. It's Andrew Knapp who took that one. Seen quite a few penalties in this game, and Illinois State will be looking for a little bit better of a look in the power play than they just had.
Say, like you said, frustration. That's all you're seeing from these guys right now is nothing's going their way. Either side. It's another unfortunate penalty there taken by Knapp.
It's a D-man. Zorn taking the face-off for Illinois State. Tigers get it out. Brandenburg has got it. Circling in his own zone. Finds Teichman, who sends it in the direction of Justin Gonzalez. Teichman takes a loose puck. He was looking for Brandenburg, but it hit a stick. Peterson trying to get it out. He can't, though. It's kept in by Zorn. There's Keeney working his way to the corner. Drops it back off for Gonzalez. Illinois State finally with some power play possession here. It's Zorn for Keeney. Pokes it back down low for Zorn. He blew it higher, but it goes right back in front. Christoffel with the save. Brandenburg had a lot of room. Took a one-time shot, and Christoffel slammed the door.
What a slide over there by Christoffel. Once again, that post-to-post lateral movement. Beautiful glove save. Christoffel gets over there and makes that snag like a third baseman playing the hot corner.
A minute 16 to go on the power play. One cleanly off the draw by the Redbirds. Here's Grinton. Kowalczyk trying to force it out in front, and this is flipped out of play. Through the netting and into the crowd. With 1:07 to go in the man advantage. New group here out for the Redbirds.
Now, do you think that was a purposeful delay of game? Potentially.
You could argue on the penalty kill to get a whistle. We can't read their minds, Ray, but if there was any situation for it, that would have been it. Draw one back. Grinton a long shot, blockered away and off the ceiling. So that'll get a whistle.
Not the first time that's happened this year. Last week we had a couple pucks bounce off the ceiling. Only the first time today, and it was kind of an odd one. Went off the blocker. Christoffel just went straight up.
Bunch of lights hanging off the ceiling. Still waiting for one of those lights to get broken. Haven't seen it yet. We certainly hope that doesn't happen, but pretty low ceiling here at Washington Park Ice Arena, and so from time to time the puck will go up there. 52 seconds here on the power play as Dawson's got it far side, gives it off for Grinton. Neatly gets around Shin, works his way to the corner, drops it up, pass save made, Christoffel. Kowalczyk settles it down, circles, fires, save made through traffic by Christoffel. 35 to go on the power play. Rindek centering pass, Kowalczyk. Looking for his option, slides it down low for Grinton. Loose puck, they score! Dawson puts it home. It's a power play goal, and the Redbirds have taken a 2-1 lead.
Unfortunate there for Christoffel. He made a couple beautiful saves before the goal. Swimming in the net, stopped a couple, but that puck just squeaks through, and like you said, Dawson just comes in there with speed, taps that one home as no Mizzou defender could knock it out.
So Zach Dawson with the tally. Christoffel had made a number of grade A saves in that sequence, but Illinois State finally gets one by. The Tigers back playing from behind once again. It seemed like the Illinois State power play certainly made some adjustments from the first one that they had in this period.
They're giving Kowalczyk the point there on the assist. He must have snuck it out there in front. Beautiful behind-the-back style pass.
So sticked away by Van Herrick in behind the net. It's taken away by Egan. Battles with a man that's Houston right at the blue line. It's cleared back in. A couple of number 19s, and Keedy and Uglo chasing for it. Now Watson with some room. Angles it forward for Houston. Houston towards the backhand, trying to take it out in front. He's taken down on the play. The net goes off its mooring. And we have a tripping penalty. The entire Illinois State bench rose in frustration for that call, but the Tigers are headed to the power play.
Yeah, I think they're going to get a power play. That could have been argued. It could have been a penalty shot. But he's going to go to the box for a trip. Let's see if Mizzou can do something on this power play. They've been 0 for 3 tonight overall in the power play. Is both of these maybe switch something up here? It looks like they're throwing out the DeGroat unit. They should have him on the wing. And if I'm the Mizzou here, I'm going to attack DeGroat. Let him get that puck. Let him fire it towards the net.
DeGroat, Krogan, Hemmer, Zitzman, and Uglo, the 5 on the ice. Face off is 1. And right off that faceoff, a penalty is taken as Montalvo was hit in the far corner. So 3 seconds in, the power play comes to an end. That's Aaron Hemmer who laid the hit.
Like you talked about earlier, Ian, there's good penalties and there's bad penalties. That, my friend, is a bad one. You can't be taking penalties 3 seconds into a power play right after you go down one.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, but it was Aaron Hemmer the last time as well who took a penalty on the power play. So he's taken 2 penalties on the power play in this game.
Both times they've been a cross-check too, as the referee motions.
He's pleading his case, not happy at all in the penalty box. And they put 5 minutes on the board. How about that? 5-minute major. So it'll be a 4-on-4 for 1:57. And the Tigers will have their work cut out for them. Face off one, Kowalczyk sends it wide.
I think you almost give him a 5 here just because it's a precedent that needs to be set. There's been multiple cross-checks in this game, and I think the referees are just trying to say, hey, we ain't doing that this weekend. Go back to the drawing board. If you're going to hit somebody, you got to hit him with the shoulder. You can't hit him with the stick.
Battle for it deep into the Missouri zone. Bodnansky slips in towards the corner. Knapp sends it towards the chin at the point. But got tangled up in the corner, and Edwards trying to send it out, but it's kept in. Pass goes off a stick, and Knapp settles it down. Able to find Weber with a long shot straight into the glove of Van Herrick. No traffic out in front of the net, so the netfinder able to see that one all the way through.
Let's say they've had a tough time getting traffic in front of the net, getting a man creating some chaos. I feel like if they could do that, just take away the eyes of the goalie, that can help them out and try to tie this game up.
Knapp and Seichmann take the draw. Seichmann wins it away. The Redbirds clear. This goes all the way down to Christoffel, who covers up as Creighton was racing down there. If you're Missouri, you're preparing for Illinois State to head to an extended man advantage where they can just keep on going and going. The 5-minute major. If you score, you stay on it.
Yeah, once this power play, or once the 4-on-4 is over, they'll have 3 minutes and 4 seconds of power play time.
Feels like a very important next minute of 4-on-4. Missouri would love to get one back before the man advantage. Illinois State will feel great about their chances if they can net one. Uclo had his pass deflected right back to him. And he takes a hit. That'll be a penalty.
I wonder if this one will be 5. Look to be a hit to the head.
Granton got him up high. And so that changes things.
Uclo went down quickly there, but he's back up and skating around. Looks upset about the penalty. But nonetheless, he's going to the box.
So Missouri will get 41 seconds of a 4-on-3 power play. Then the teams will go back to 4-on-4 for 2 minutes before the Redbirds get a power play of what would be 1:45. So on the Hemmer 5-minute major, it looks like there's a chance that the Redbirds only get 1:45 of power play time out of it because of other penalties. Zitzman at the point. Gives it back to DeGroat. DeGroat, Zitzman. Slap shot by DeGroat, had it roll off his stick. Watson gives it back to him. DeGroat, cross ice looking for Knapp. Settles it down, sends it to Zitzman. DeGroat walks, wires, save, rebound. Watson trying to tuck it home. He couldn't do so. Tigers keep possession. DeGroat, Zitzman. 9 seconds of power play time. Back towards DeGroat and the feed from Knapp. Here's Zitzman. Knapp a one-timer, and he couldn't get that to go. He whiffs on the chance, and it's back to 4-on-4. Knapp looking for Zitzman. Got tangled up, and it's taken away and sent down the ice. That goes on net. Christoffel plays it to Ethan DeGroat. DeGroat over the blue line, drops it for Knapp. Now in the corner, Fisk plays it towards some space, and Zorn with an outlet pass for Hensley. He's got some room, looking to take it towards the net, drops instead for Rindek. Save, Christoffel. Zorn or Rindek. He's looking for Fisk. Shot goes way wide. And here is Knapp, long shift for him.
He's been out there since the start of that 4-on-3.
Flips it out in front in the direction of Houston. Knapp has worked his way all the way towards the corner. Tigers able to get some other fresh bodies on the ice. Knapp finds the puck again. 10 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Knapp with a cross-ice pass for Houston. He's ridden off the puck. And now Gritton exits the box. A minute 40 of 5-on-4 power play time for the Redbirds.
Knapp with a huge shift there. Try to get some momentum going for the Tigers. See what they can do here, as it'll be a power play now for the Redbirds.
Penalty kill is brought to you by Harpos. So Cash turns around, sends it to Keedy. Pinching in is Gonzalez, and a bouncy puck right in front. Christoffel able to cover it up with a minute and 6 to go on the power play.
Yeah, Weber had a chance to clear that one there, but Christoffel said, I'll gobble that one up. And let's get a switch here of the penalty kill units. You're going to have new defenders out here. Looks to be Peterson and Walsh stepping onto the ice for the Tigers.
Vandenberg for Gonzalez, for Zorn at the point, for Teichman. Zorn sends it to Gonzalez. Those two play catch. Teichman looking for a lane. One-time shot off the leg of Zitzman. Ricochets to the corner, where Teichman takes it, gives it back off to the blue line for Zorn. Teichman searching for a lane. It's knocked down by Peterson neatly. He gives Teichman a shove into the boards and gets the puck out. Now Krogan takes a hit from Keedy, but is able to get the puck out. Now it's taken by Vodnansky, who finds a man right in front. The save is made on Krogan by Van Herrick. A grade A short-handed opportunity. And here's Vodnansky again. Vodnansky dangles around a man. Poke check by Van Herrick. He gets it all the way to the boards. Peterson to the corner for Vodnansky. Out in front, backhanded shot. A save is made by Van Herrick. It was on Prest. And now more physicality in the corner. We likely will see more penalties out of this. We were 6 seconds away from even strength, Ray. We were so close to even strength hockey, but what a sequence there.
5-on-5 hockey is not getting played in this third period. Let's say we can say that for most of the game. It's been a lot of penalties, a lot of power plays. As it looks to be, the whistle came after the initial whistle is where the penalty is going to come. They don't like these extracurriculars. These referees don't. So they're going to gather, and looks like they're getting the Mizzou player was out there on the ice. Is there going to be a penalty assessed to Mizzou as well here?
The signal is that it's 2 on Rindek. 6 seconds, like I said, to go on the Aaron Hemmer major penalty. So a 5-minute major for Aaron Hemmer. And when it's all said and done, only a minute and 39 of power play time came out of it. Just because of Redbirds penalties that have been taken. So a long conversation right in front of the penalty boxes as they get this sorted out.
Yeah, Redmond talking it over. He just seemed a little upset there, and I don't know why he'd be upset. He's getting a power play.
And it looks like Rindek has been tossed from this game. He's been given a misconduct. He's making the trot towards the locker room. Draws an applause from the Missouri crowd.
Maybe that was because of the talk from Rudman. That's why we're not on the ice. We can't see. We don't know what they're saying. We don't know what's going on, what's been said, what's been motioned potentially. We don't know. So we don't know what Rudman's upset about, but we do know that Mizzou will be going 4-on-4 here for 6 seconds. Then they have a power play.
The referee went back over the boards to have a conversation with the scorer. Get on the same page. 7:19 to go in regulation. This has been one heck of a hockey game we've had here tonight.
Say Redneck was cause of the problems earlier as well. He took that big hit, and then there's a bunch of penalties called after. Now he's out of the game. There's 7:19 left on the clock.
He's off one, back to Knapp. His shot goes high. It looked like Van Herrick didn't see it. Knapp keeps it in. Down low, Vodnansky. It's Missouri power play now. Knapp back towards the corner for Watson. Out in front, pad save, made another shot in by Rudman on the backhand, is turned away. Here's Press. Knapp hit a stick. Knapp controls. Sent it toward Press. Now Watson in behind. 1:25 to go. Vodnansky calls for the puck. He's got it. Flips it over to Knapp. Back for Vodnansky again. His shot goes off of a body and ricochets into the corner. Pressed at the right circle. Finds Knapp with a little bit of trouble with it. It's poked away. Good defensive play by the Redbirds. That was Friesen who got a piece of it. And now Knapp turns it over. Some miscommunication on the entry. Redbirds get it down the length of the ice. Christoffel will leave his net. Send it up the boards for Danny Rudman. With 53 seconds of power play time left. Vodnansky has got the puck. He drops it off for Press.
Knapp barking out orders out there to his guys in this power play.
Zitzman at the point. Vodnansky trying to get around Staub. He plays it from his backside and keeps the puck in the zone. Redbirds trying to clear, unable to do so. Zitzman for Vodnansky. Leaves his feet again, turns it over, and this time it's floated away. Glove down in the neutral zone by Zitzman. 18 seconds to go as the Tigers get some changes. Aaron Hemmer to Nicholas Zitzman. Here's Carapella out in front. His shot goes wide. Hemmer a backhanded try. Couldn't stuff it home. And the power play comes to an end. Missouri does not score. Just over 5 minutes to go in regulation. Illinois State clinging on to a 1-goal lead. Here's McCabe. Haven't seen a ton of McCabe tonight. Carapella at the right circle. They battle for it. Just hopping back out towards Zitzman. His shot deflects wide. Tigers look to keep the puck in the zone. Here's Carapella. He's got Hemmer right behind him. He shovels it over for Zitzman. Not in his wheelhouse. Now a long shot off the blocker. Uglo trying to get one on net. That one was sent wide towards the corner. Now it's flipped all the way down, and it is blown dead for icing.
Surprised they called that an ice as Christoffel came out to play that puck. Didn't touch it, but usually typically in other leagues that'll be whistled off for no icing because goalie came out and attempted to play it, but referees choose to ice it here. You know, this continuous pressure by these Tigers, they've kept that defense of. It looks like we're going to have a change here. Won't be icing. We're going to have a face-off at center ice.
And Illinois State is allowed to make a change. They were making a line change right as the whistle blew. So it comes to center ice.
Nonetheless, these Tigers have had a lot of offensive pressure in the past 3 minutes. See if they can do something here late.
DeGroat got a piece of it as it reflects into the Redbird zone. Taken away by Bochenik. Knapp meets him at the blue line. Knapp finds DeGroat. DeGroat going in, trying to get around Zorn. Fires, and a save made by Van Herrick. Down low, it's Knapp in the corner. It's away from him, sent back towards the point, but Peterson keeps it in neatly. Redbirds trying to find some room. Good defense by Missouri. Sent ahead, Krogan tips it in deep. The Tigers will go for a change. Time starting to dwindle down. 3:30 to go in regulation. It remains 2-1 Redbirds. Dawson's got the puck, and that'll be offside. Zach Dawson's goal in this third period on the power play, the difference in this game.
I'd say if you missed it, it was a puck that just slipped in from behind the net. Christoffel really didn't see it go through, and Dawson came in, swooped up as no Tiger defender could knock the puck away out of the slot.
Vodnansky takes the draw here against Hensley. It's won by Vodnansky to Weber. Now it's Watson. He kicks to the stick. Houston behind the net for Missouri. Pressured by Zorn. It's taken away by Egan. He flips it ahead to Dawson, who's ridden off the puck by Chin. And Herrick will settle it down. Gonzalez up for Dawson. Trying to stretch pass for Egan. That missed everything, and they say it was deflected, though, so no icing. Carson Weber. Vodnansky didn't realize the puck was headed his way. And it's taken by Teichman. Teichman is sandwiched on the near boards. He's able to win a battle and get the puck. For Keedy in front, it goes wide.
It's a beautiful play there by Teichman on the boards. Beat out 3 Tigers to keep that puck and keep the play going for the Redbirds.
Sustained pressure from Illinois State. Vodnansky lays the body on Keedy. The Redbirds keep possession. The battle for it in behind. The arm of the referee goes up, and a penalty has been called.
That'll be on Brennan Chen. It's going to go to the box. Looks like it's going to go for cross-checking from what I've seen.
Well, there are games where the referees maybe let the guys play. This is whatever the opposite of that is.
Last week we had a similar situation, a lot of high sticking calls. I guess it just varies upon the crew. As this week, cross-checking has been the penalty of choice here for this officiating crew.
So 2:12 on the clock and a 2-minute penalty. So some trouble for the Tigers. This is cleared out of the zone on the faceoff. Chin with the cross-checking penalty. Tigers back on the Harpo's penalty kill. So slid back out in front. Zitzman's shot goes just wide. Here's Knapp who settles it down. Sends it on net, but it's knocked down by Zorn. Knapp once again tried to find DeGroat. Tigers trying to generate some offense here on this penalty kill. 1:33 to go in regulation. Gonzalez gets around a man behind the net. Back at the point is Zorn for Keedy at the right circle. His shot turned away. Vandenberg back for Zorn. Alone in front of the net is Gritton, and he scores.
Not your typical penalty killers out there for the Tigers, and they get caught. Nobody covering the front of the net. And 65, Will Gritton. He just takes that one and slips it right past Christoffel. Not even a tough play.
Tigers were kind of creeping up a little bit on that penalty kill. They knew they needed a goal. And that just left Granton right out in front. No chance for Christoffel. And with 1:10 to go in regulation, the Tigers will need 2.
So yeah, the special teams coming back to bite them. Not capitalizing on power plays and letting up 2 power play goals now. on your penalty kill for these Tigers.
Well, Ray, would you rather have 12 seconds of 5-on-5 to score 1 goal or a minute 10 to score 2?
Well, I guess you do have a little bit of a point there. It's minute 10, down by 2 now. The Tigers referees are talking something over here. This puck drops. Looks to be a problem with the net over there. Christopher poking at the net. Is there a bottle in the net, potentially?
Yeah, it looked like the
something
water bottle
with
fell
the
off
netting
the
in the
net.
back. It's not staying down.
So they check that out. What a performance tonight from the Illinois State Redbirds. They've got an incredible goaltending by Noah Van Herrick. A couple of third-period goals. The latest from Will Creighton. Now we approach 1 minute to go. Goes off of Watson and in deep. See if Christopher takes off towards the bench here, and Tigers go for the extra man, and whistle blown. Another penalty, potentially. Vodnansky is going off for Missouri. And that might just about do it, Ray.
Yeah, I don't think there's not much a possibility of coming back now. Put on a penalty kill this late in the game. That's Fisk, number 22 for the Redbirds. Getting a little hyped over the in-between music here. And I mean, you can't blame them. Now they're chirping back and forth, Vodnansky and Fisk.
This has been a chippy game, and these two teams set to meet again tomorrow night.
It was a little different than the Arkansas series last weekend. Last weekend, it seemed like it was just a rivalry. It was going to be an all-out brawl the whole game. This one picked up over time. As we started the first 10 minutes of this game, it wasn't a single hit thrown. And then as we've gone on here, it's penalty after penalty, it seems like. I'm sure these players on both sides would like the refs to put the whistles down for a little bit and possibly get back to just being a chippy, fun game. But these Tigers will go to the penalty kill with 56 seconds left.
Well, after the conclusion of the D2 game, Mizzou and Illinois State will face off. The D3 teams will hit the ice. That's scheduled to begin at 9:30. So stay tuned for that. Stick around. It'll be a new stream, but it'll still be right here on the Mizzou Hockey YouTube channel.
I wonder if any momentum will carry over from the D2 to the D3 teams. Not that they necessarily care, but you know how it is. Just franchise versus franchise.
Those teams off to the side watching. 45 seconds to go in regulation. Tigers will be shorthanded for the rest of regulation time. It's been a cross-ice pass. Looking for Uglo. He's knocked off the puck by Fisk. And another penalty has been called.
Why don't both teams just volunteer one guy to fight each other and have it in the center ice, take all the anger out, everybody rally around and get to watch it, and we call it a game?
I'd have to guess that the referees would not be a fan of your idea, Ray.
I think it's pretty interesting. I mean, we've never seen that before. Just saying.
34.7 on the clock, so we'll go back to 4-on-4. Tigers have 5 guys on the ice right now.
Net is pulled. Chris Bell is not there.
There you go. There's your answer.
One last stretch here. They're going to try for it.
5-on-4. With DeGroat taking the faceoff from Missouri, it's won away by Friesen, and off the faceoff, a high sticking penalty is called. We can't even go 2 seconds at this point without a penalty, and it looks like Friesen will head off.
I know the referees don't want this game getting out of hand, but at this point, there's not really necessary to blow that blow a penalty there and pause the game for another time here in the last minute of this game.
Well, don't go anywhere. Tigers 5-on-3, 32.5 seconds. A big face-off win by Illinois State, but Missouri takes possession. Here's Knapp out in front. He slips it down low, a battle for it right in front of the net. Van Herrick trying to keep it out. It's being shoveled towards the net, and it's finally blown dead with 20.2 to go on the clock. Missouri could have really used the puck to find the back of the net there. With
Watson
5-on-3.
just missed that one.
Yeah.
He just a sweep at the puck, and he went right over the top of it. Unfortunate there for the Tigers. They would have had around 25 seconds left in a 1-goal game, but instead, 20 left. It's a 2-goal game.
They go back for the faceoff. Another important one. Missouri's going to need to score very quickly. Trailing by 2 goals. DeGroat has the 1 tally for the Tigers tonight. Gets it back to Knapp. 17 seconds left. Knapp's going to have to hurry. Circles around, sends it to DeGroat. DeGroat with a cross-ice pass, and they score! It's Uglo with 9.5 on the clock. It is a 3-2 game, and the Tigers with some late life.
They have 1 play now. If they can make this thing really interesting and send it into extras. And what a play by DeGroat, getting that pass across to Uglo. Switching it up there a little bit on the power play, putting Uglo on the wing instead of at the top of the blue line.
And that is empty. 5-on-4 with 7 seconds left. Uglo gets it in deep. Maxwell behind the net. Will try to pin it towards the boards. Watson looking to center. Time runs out. The game is over, and Illinois State wins it. 3-2, the final score. Missouri's comeback attempt comes up just short, and the Redbirds take the series opener.
An unfortunate game for the Tigers. They had many opportunities there, especially in odd man numbers. It came to the power play. Unfortunately, they couldn't get one to go until it was too late. 20 seconds left on the clock. That one little last attempt there, you got to respect it. You got to try for that. But they come up empty-handed.
The Redbirds with goals from Nate Maxwell, Zach Dawson, and Will Grinton. Tigers with goals from Ethan DeGroat and Bryce Uglo. Uglo's coming right there in the final 10 seconds. Great goaltending from both sides. Joey Christoffel and Noah Van Herrick putting on a show. But Ray, any final thoughts here as the Redbirds take game 1?
I think you can't be mad if you're Mizzou. You're upset because you didn't capitalize on many chances, but now you have something to work on for tomorrow. Come back tomorrow, stronger on that power play. If you're a coach, you're sending out your power play, your format here and saying, hey, boys, look at this. This is what we got to do tomorrow. Because now we got to step it up because the refs are going to be like this and blow 100 whistles a game. You got to take advantage of it.
Yeah, the idea for both teams, and I'm sure they'll talk about it in the locker room before that game tomorrow, stay out of the box. Play more disciplined hockey, and that could be tough to do with the pent-up adrenaline and some of that physicality that emerged as this game went on. Missouri